for inviting me here. We all spoke about mind of regulators. We spoke about mind of industry. All says the regulator doesn't understand complications. They just create the burden. That's a general mindset. As Rishi said, how many laws are there which you have criminal provisions? A common man does not understand the complexity of regulations, and when there is no standard interpretation available, each one of the compliance person will try to interpret the law the way they want. Then they comply with the law. Then they file the paper with the respective regulatory agency. It may be securities market, it may be non-securities market. And maybe after a few years, sometimes you get a notice that you have not complied. Person who has filed reports is no more with the company. Company doesn't have the record to show what they have filed and why they filed. Very complex world. Where does all this need started? India has been using this technology since very long time. I'm not very sure, but Passport Office was one of the first agency in the government to use technology to the core. And before they handed over the work related to preliminary processing of passport application to TCS, they first computerized everything, including uploading of the document. It took almost 5 years for them to stabilize that. And when the internet is stabilized, they handed our system to the TCS. Now passport is only a one office, one country, one law. Very easy to operate. Then comes the cargo management. In cargo management, there are two aspects. One is the record, one is the physical movement. If we all amazingly believe that iPhone which I got here, it might have come from USA, Canada, China, anywhere. It comes very seamless to my home. How many people are there in the whole chain who picks up from the final destination and gives to me? And number of people, and number of agencies, and number of, you can say, containers which carries them. Where is the biggest standardization came from? From the shipping industries. If you look at the shipping industry, the kind of standardization they have for the container. Any container moves from one country, from one port, they track till last mileage. From where all this came from? Again, technology. I'm just trying to showcase some of the use of technology, which probably we are aware of, but we have never bothered to thank anyone. But 2020 was an year for the regulator where the market was functioning very smoothly. The regulator and MI has the same responsibility what they had previous year and which is going to be the next year. Market has to be fair. Everyone should get equal opportunity. Trading should take place. If people redeem mutual fund, they should get their money. Fine, trading system was perfect, very fine. But what about the compliances? What should we do? That again, it should not happen that because the regulators are sitting in their home or they are working from home, there is any chance of manipulation, there is any chance of violation of PML norms. Nothing happened of that sort. I don't know, you people generally don't look at the website of SEBI, other than when you lose money you say regulator is useless. But if you look at the website of SEBI for March 19, March 20, March 21 and March 22, the amount of work which SEBI team had done from April 20 to March 21 was more than the previous year. Like you people, each one of us were working from home. But we used technology to a greater extent to complete our work. What work we did in that year? We allowed the IPO to be float. We allowed the mutual fund to launch the new scheme. We allowed the trading platform to continue their trading. We allowed paying payout to happen. We allowed the rating agency to downgrade the securities. We continue to receive the complaint of the investors on our SCOR platform. We continue to do surveillance of the market. We continue to do our inspections. We all could do that because the regulator SEBI has strengthened its IT system from its base. From the time SEBI started, SEBI has ensured that its IT system is ahead of the world. The surveillance system which we are looking at now, probably India was one of the first country in the Asia Pacific region where the data of trade, order and depositors were at one place, and SEBI used to run its own system to track the surveillance measures. Over a period of time, we strengthened that. And once the regulator had such a strong IT solution, it was never without the support of the MIIs or the intermediaries. I would really like to, I'm not very sure what many of you know, recently SEBI had celebrated its Foundation Day. And SEBI chairperson has facilitated those people from the MIIs who are the IT backbone. Probably for the first time that IT background leaders were facilitated by a regulator. The intention is only one, that they have the equal contribution in the whole system. It's not only the MDs of the MIIs or the chief regulatory officers of MIIs. What is the role of NISM in dealing with RegTech and everything? Everyone is aware of the technology, but today when we had this platform, today the regulator spoke about how they have used the technology to ensure for the market development, market regulation, market operation. Then today, few people now say they were not talking to the regulators, but they were talking to the technocrats. The regulator has a very in-depth process of coming out with any policy. Earlier there was a time when policy used to be framed, it used to be posted on the website of SEBI, comply with this. And majority of the time it was with immediate effect. Done. If you don't do it, it's punishable. But with the change of time, with the new leadership, who understood that because you are a regulator, you cannot just impose. You need to first understand the whole process, that when you are directing them to comply, how they are supposed to do that. After that, how much time they are supposed to give to comply. And once the intermediary or the company has complied with, how the regulator will analyze those data. What internal SOP you have. That a greater amount of accountability has been now brought in even within SEBI also. That is why if you see in last 2 years, whenever there is any SEBI circular or something, it is more in detail, giving as much as information possible. And any such circular are now being converted to master circulars so that there is no any duplicity of information. The kind of platform what RegTech has today shown, there is a need for this kind of platform because the government of India is harping on one thing, ease of doing business. If we really want to ensure that people who are in this industry, it may be any field, but if we want them to do a business, you have to ensure that whatever you expect them to do should be really easy for them to do. And there I think the technology will definitely play an important role. And I am very happy that NISM will always be a bridge gap between the industry and the technology players and the regulator to provide that platform. The regulator is always open to the ideas, discussions, and if any one of you have any such thoughts, please feel free to share with us and we will be happy to take it up. I would like to now thank my team who has worked for the last more than 3 to 4 months to to set up today's event. Mainly, I would like to thank Rishi Agarwal. When Rishi came and met me first time, and when he spoke about this RegTech, it just didn't sound like Rishi said, and I just okay, let's have an event. Doesn't happen that way. I grilled Rishi 3 months. Rishi himself came to my office number of times. What presentation you today saw, he made me learn that. The kind of hard work what he is putting into this. He was also on the part of platform of FICCI, where SEBI chairperson has said that they want to use the RegTech platform to strengthen the compliance, to avoid the duplication. And as somebody rightly said, who tells that it's done? No one can say it is done. But there is some platform available where you know that this much you have to come to that. Somebody posed a question today, whether a time will come when regulator will say that listed company is not responsible, but I will hold RegTech company responsible if you don't do that. Very far. Each one of us are responsible for their area of business. This is only an enabler. So never ever sleep that because I take on this, it's done. The world is very dynamic. Everyone's industry is different, and especially when you are into multi-fold, the complexity of your compliance will be much more. But I'm definitely sure that this kind of platform will strengthen its presence. It will become more easy to operate. And at the end of the day, right now, this may be a tool for the compliance or for the company secretary to compliance. But at the end of the day, if there are no good users of this platform, then it is of no use. So while all of us here in this room will have this kind of platform for our day-to-day work, it is our duty to create an awareness about it. A lot of information is available. As a gentleman said in the morning that NSE has a platform where they get the information about listed company. It is their internal process to rate a company, but they have put the information on public domain. Because today they were here, they were able to communicate this to us that this information is available. So our duty is to ensure that whatever information we have, we circulate it to the investors for their benefit. Thanks Rishi and your team. Thanks my team, Ashika, Amali. Special thanks to Mr. Bajaj and Mr. Yogesh Todi from my team. I would like to mention special thanks to one person and my company called VAT Communication. VAT Communication is in the field of listed space, looking at the annual accounts. They were very helpful in circulating this information to the right kind of people. And because of that, today we have so many people today in this room. Initially, we had a approximate target of say 50 to 60, 75 people, and then we started getting registration. As of yesterday, we had 600 people who wanted to come for this event. 600. You all 100 people were lucky that you were chosen to be here today. So my urge is that please, whatever is to be taken away from this today's event, please take it, because remaining 500 people could not attend this event. We are also happy to announce today that we are coming up with the second episode of this kind of similar event, maybe a little bit of change of structure, everything, maybe in the month of July or August. Either it may be a Bombay based or it may be a Delhi based, but on same line, we are going to come out with the similar event on RegTech and use for compliance. We would like that either one of you repeat the same program, or you can encourage your other industry players to participate into that. And if you have any suggestion or comment regarding today's conference, everyone has my email ID, my mobile number, and WhatsApp. Please feel free to give your honest opinion about it, and we will take it very positively. Thank you very much.